Hello everyone. In this video I'm gonna show you how I spend the time in Greece with my family. At the same time I also enjoyed traveling and having fun in Greece. I was also very tired and exhausted during this almost 2 days travel in the bus, because in the bus it was much cheaper than in the airplane, so we decided to use the bus. Other than that, enjoy the video. The natures in Georgia were so beautiful that in the mountains you can clearly see how clouds were flying at the mountains. It was very wholesome. After travel for almost 6 hours in Georgia, around the evening we finally arrived to the Georgian/Turkey borderline, where we had to bypass the passport control in Georgian and passport control and Turkish passport control. The video clip that you saw and the photos that you're seeing right now, this is a Turkish side of Sarp, or Sarpi, or whatever you call it. In the Turkish side, well, after bypassing the passport control, well, everything was fine. And on this note, now you'll see how we were traveling in Turkey for almost 24 hours. From Sarpi border control to the Uppsala border control. Then we stopped in the beginning of the midnight while it was already darker to take some 30 minutes break while everyone were already starting exhausted and sleepy. After leaving the Trabzon in the last video footage that you saw, we stopped in some restaurant to take some break to drink tea and eat some a little bit food. And the drivers also paid for everyone tea so we can drink some tea. Well, the tea was good also in Turkey. I just took some pictures here while for the curiosity what kind of drinks Turks were selling. Well, I was also surprised that they had 2.5 liters of Coca-Cola, Fanta, Pepsi, and etc. I also took a nap around 3 or 4 hours while we were like traveling the whole night, around more than 5 hours. Then we stopped when there was like early morning to take some break in a French supermarket, but there was also a gas station where you could get your oil full. We were at this French supermarket. Bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur, like they say in French. Ooh la la. We were also here in the somewhere in the middle of the mountains in Turkey, while we were on the high mountains in this road. And oh boy, my head was starting to hurt while I had like a headache, and it was like this pain I had that goes through your ears. I was like tolerating around 2 hours. Then it was like getting more harder that I decided to take some painkiller, but because it was like so painful that you guys won't imagine. It was like sometimes I can handle headache normally if it's too painful in the high mountains because my body couldn't get used to it. Over here I had to mute the audio because the music that was playing was copyrighted and YouTube probably would not accept this well. So basically while we were traveling here in the middle of Turkey in the mountains where I didn't know either where we were at the moment, there was like the places everywhere that rice was like growing in the grass that the Turks were putting in the water. While I was like surprised that this was new to me. Well, I never seen this before, that they put rice to grow in the grassy areas while they are covered in the water. Then we had another break. Well, it was like around almost an hour that we took a break. Well, we had the bus stop where people eat, buy something, and getting their oil full in the gas station. Some Ganita Park, or how they say Ganita. Well, the nature was also beautiful in the mountains, that you guys will see it in a bit. then we had another 30-minute stop break. So we're in Bolu. Yep, that is how this city called Bolu that you guys saw that we were like traveling. Bolu. Had also this ice cream with the taste of vanilla that costed around €1, or in Turkish lira it was around 40 lira. We were so close to reach Istanbul while not much further were left for us. Around 20 kilometers on the way. Now you'll see how longest tunnels we were like traveling before like reaching too close to the Istanbul. Over there was like starting a paid road slowly. But the tunnels were like very long, I can say. In around like from 4 to 5 kilometers. As an example, here's the one that I also recorded. Next video that I'm gonna show to you is gonna be very beautiful. That everyone love to enjoy traveling over here. Well, it's called, if I'm not wrong, the Turkish people call it as Bosphorus Bridge, which you will see any moment right now. But the place was very beautiful where we were traveling, while we were already in Istanbul. we had some stop at 20 minutes while everyone else had to go to the restroom in another bonjour. I didn't took, but I took like before, like living in Istanbul with some beautiful roads and nature as always, which you can see over here. Then you'll see how we were like traveling here, the beautiful beach and the sea at the Tekirdağ. Less than 40 kilometers left to leave Turkey and reach Greece finally. Almost there to reach Greece after like 21 hours traveling in Turkey. Over here we're like getting close to the Turkish border to then later reach the Greek border, or how they say passport control, while we're like 30 kilometers here left in the Uppsala. And on the other shots you see how the Uppsala looked like here, the border, while I silently took here. Over here there was like also like signs in Turkish, English and Greek as well. Well, I was surprised that it says in Greek here too, for Greek people who were like, let's say, coming back from Turkey to Greece. So many Turkish bikers were over here as well that they were going to the Greece. And I gotta say, another beautiful place that I recorded while we were like crossing the bridge from the Turkish side to the Greek side.
Еще от тура. Хотя бы не показали.
And here finally we reached the Greek passport control, while it took for us around more than an hour while we were waiting still in the queue for so long. But at the same time, well, everyone was also like very tired and exhausted after like traveling so long from Georgia to Turkey. Turkey like took almost 24 hours, as I mentioned before. Our last stop was at Thessaloniki, since we were like going to the Thessaloniki, this whole route around 2,200 kilometers. Once we had last stop, my sister was waiting for me. Well, my sister lives there around 16 years in Greece. Well, she was happy to see us. Well, we hadn't seen her for so long. Then we went home to live in her house around 10 days, since 2 days took for us to travel to Greece. Then 2 days will be from Greece on. At my sister's home, where she has her own family, we arrived in the midnight, had some delicious sandwich with tea, and then we went to sleep. We were very exhausted. Then the next day I had this fresh potato with fresh steak with Greek Pepsi. It was good. Nature was also very beautiful here, where my sister and her family lives in Rizo. Then we went outside just for walking, and we saw this a memorial of those who died during the Greek genocide from Ottoman Empire times. Sunset was also here beautiful in Greece that I took. Well, it was like very beautiful behind the mountains. Then I had this delicious ice cream with the taste of banana that looked like alien. It cost around 75 cents. Then on the next day we went here in the Skydra. Well, I was also like curious of what kind of stuff they were selling here, food, snacks, drinks, and etc. Well, they also had like different types of energy drinks. Then we were here like outside of the Skydra, just walking. We were at the cafe, had some delicious dough, and inside it was like covered with the cheese and chicken. And we also drank coffee over here. I had a cappuccino over here. I also took another beautiful pictures over here, just showing how people live here in Skydra. Then we also went in another store where there was also like lots of products selling, drinks and juices, ice creams. Then on the evening before going to sleep in like 2 hours, I had this mini pizza. Well, it was also good. Then on the next day I had this fresh meat steaks. At the same time I also had this energy drink. First time in my life I tried Monster Energy. It was actually good. I never had Monster Energy before in my life. Well, this was the first time that I drank. Then on the same day we went to the place where it's called Pozar, or how Greek people call it Lutrakion. And no, this is not Lutrakia, this is a different place. It's called Lutrakion, but the Greek people call it Pozar, where I took a picture, which you'll see. Over there people like swim in the hot bath, and then you take other side in a cold one. I couldn't take cold because I probably would get sick, so I decided to stick with the hot water in the bath. Well, it was like very amazing and beautiful, and I loved that place. I also had this chips chipita with the taste of potato. It was okay. Over there was also like the cave that we saw, where we're basically not the tourists, even own citizens of Greece. We're not allowed to visit and enter over there, only like outside. Inside you were not allowed to visit because it was forbidden. It was forbidden to enter over there because of avalanche, due to the bad weather that happened in the past. Before you were allowed to visit, and I wonder what's inside over there in the cave. Then after the bath that we had in those beautiful mountains that we were at, in this beautiful Greek nature of this Pozar place. We stopped at the Lidl store where we were just checking what they're selling. We bought some chocolate to take them and try it out here in Georgia, and they were also good. The next day we were not going anymore while I had this delicious fresh fish Greek people were selling here. It was really good. Then the next day we went to this city, Edessa, and no, don't be confused with the Ukrainian city Odessa, because that city is pronounced as Edessa. We went in the bus while, as my sister and sister's husband said that that's the place where the most richest people live there in Greece. While there were also like some beautiful natures that they had, well, you guys will see it. Waterfall was also beautiful. Then we went to this place called the Cave of Waterfalls to see how inside looks like, and wow, it was very beautiful. At the same time, I was surprised that there was like a sign in 4 languages for Greek people, for Asians, for Russians, and at the same time for Hebrew people as well. And if you're curious what the Cave of the Waterfalls about, you can pause it and read it by yourself. After Cave Waterfalls, my nephew took me to one place to check what kind of animals they had. While they were all wildish and unusual. But damn, I was shocked that seeing so many snakes from small ones to the bigger ones and etc. Which I'll leave it without a comment for you guys. Those animals were sure interesting to watch, while they were like, ooh, scary and wildish at the same time. After the long walk that we had, we decided to go to the fast food to eat this Greek gyro that the Greek people likes. It tasted like shawarma and doner that some of us got used to it a lot. But this one was sure unusual, while I like it. This Greek gyros. Then we entered the bus to leave this city Edessa back to our sister's home, while enjoying the view of Greek nature and villages. The next day we were not going anywhere because we were waiting for my sister's husband's guest for some meal, because we were like cooking a lot of foods, including this goat meat that you guys see on the screen right now. The goat meat was so unusual and good that I don't know, like I never tried goat meat in my life. Well, this was the first time, and other meals that I was eating with others. It was brilliant. And then later on, I tried this the dessert ice cream with the taste of caramel. It was alright. Then on the next day, only us boys, me, my dad, my sister's husband, and nephew. Four of us were going on my sister's husband's car to take some beach at the one place that a lot of tourists are going over there from Bulgaria, from other European countries, including Germans. The place that we were at is called Katerini, while we were on the road at the same time.
Берія пада прибуває.
İtalyanlar mesela gazeteci mesmia puti și pe ziua și smartes. Și vara cu smartes.
Що?
În magazin Cristor.
Надо красиво робити. Вони качество не дають.
The place that you guys seeing right now, this is not Katerini yet that I took for pictures over here. This is some other place on the beach where people were like fishing, while there was like smell going from the fishes from that sea.
Olympos.
Olympos. Oligos.
Olympos.
Olympos. Αγγλικά gara, ουζενივით. Olympikos.
As you guys notice what we tried to record over here, this is basically the most highest mountain on the Greece, as Greek people saying here that it's called Olympus.
Olympus.
So many cars and license plates I saw here from different countries, including from the ex-Balkan countries, from Kosovo, from Serbia, from Croatia, and etc. And yeah, that was our last stop while we finally arrived here in the beach of the Katerini. So here's how the beach looked like, with lots of people. Then later on, a couple hours later, I bought this ice cream for 2 euros. They were like banana taste, vanilla taste, chocolate, and other flavor taste that you want for. One was like for 2 euro and the other one for 3 euro. I got this for 2 euro, but banana one, and I like it. As of the sea, Aegean Sea to be specific. The sea was good from the far distance. But from the close distance, while people were taking the bath on this Aegean Sea, you can see like it feel like I don't know. It feel like it wasn't clean. It was like dory with lots of branches and seaweed. Like don't get me wrong, the water was good, but close distance it wasn't that clean. It was like dory. While you can see it by yourself, that I even recorded while I didn't even feel like to go in to wet my body a lot. Only like my legs, and that was enough for me.
As much as I love beaches, I don't like how this beach looks like. So you can see clearly it's literally dory in the water. So yeah.
Then we had some walk over here. We tried gyros again with Greek Coca-Cola. This was the last time I was eating gyros, knowing that we were about to leave Greece in 2 days. Well, I like it and enjoy to eating it.
This is the last time we're gonna eat gyros. Or how you guys say gyro. So have a nice appetite. Nice.
And then after finishing eating gyro, I saw this sick and expensive Porsche Panamera, while I'm a huge fan of Porsche since my childhood. And the owner was from France. Well, I was surprised that how come that he traveled here from France to Greece. Well, it was the first time for me seeing someone from France in Greece.
με ρύζι μπούμπα.
Όχι παράλια.
Να μην θυμάμαι.
Κουκουρούζι κάμπιλα. Να μπαμπά το μαλλί της γυράζει μηχανή εδώ. Όσα από το τρώμε.
Здесь, наверное, прошли, там, допустим, вечер, мы приехали один раз на ночь, приехали на один Катерини, да? И вечерком уже прохладно прошлись. Посмотрели, что происходит. Гору большой, потому что рядом маленький, там деревня. Городки, допустим, тоже маленькие, как Катерини, это такой большой. Есть
Здесь очень много магазинов, смотрите.
да, все, что хочешь. Что сказать? Даже приедем.
Там καινούριο παπά μαγαζί, κάτι με ντουφάν, λέει. Α, Γιάννης. Там Γιάννης говорит.
Вот 70 копеек.
Ну, видишь, есть разница. Я бы что захотел, все выложил. Ну, для его 20-70. Ну, видишь, есть цена.
Εδώ παλιερχόμαστε, μπορούμε.
Здесь сколько народу собирает. Это только параллельная часть, то есть город внутри.
After returning from Katerini, we also spent the last 2 days with our family. On the last day in Greece, when we were already on our way to Thessaloniki to catch the bus, we stopped here for a couple seconds. There was a plane that belonged to a pilot who died for some reason, and a plane was standing in his honor. And this was my last time drinking the Greek coffee that I had previous days as well, with the taste of cappuccino, my favorite one. way from Greece to Georgia, well, we had to pass some cities and villages of Greece, and then the next day, like, traveling the whole Turkey. Our first stop was at Drama, where there were some people that they had to pick up the drivers that were also living in Greece. Then we had another stop for a couple minutes, but picking up another passenger from Ksanti. Oh, here we were in the queue between the Greek crossboard to the Turkish crossboard, waiting for our line to pass the Greek passport control, and then later Turkish passport control. After when we slept by taking naps at midnight and then morning too, well, we were like also tired and taking breaks while eating as well. Couple hours later, around in the afternoon, we were already in the part of the Black Sea road while we were like traveling in the Black Sea over here, starting from Samsun. The sunset was really beautiful over here in Trabzon.
აი მაგალითად არ დაისვენე არც აფხულში ახალ წელზეც არ დაისვენე. ეს 24 შემდეგ წელში გადადის თუ მაგის ფულს გაძლევენ?
არ გადადის.
ფულს გაძლევს.
ხო, ფულს აიღებ რა, ეს შობოლებაში არ ვიყავ.
და შობოლების ფული მომეწია.
Finally, my home country, Georgian, man. Oh, so tired. You guys won't imagine.